Hello guys, and welcome once more to Lux Code, where you can get bit-sized information about Python basics. So we're gonna start with numbers. Today we're gonna talk about numbers and how they work. So this is pretty simple. Let's start with the plus operator or add operator. So let's say we have 2 plus 2 and we run this cell and we're gonna get 4, the usual, right? That's perfect. All right, so if you do 4 minus 2, then we get 2. If we do 4 times 4, we get 16. However, if we do 16 divided by 4, we get 4.0. And why does this happen? It's because Python, whenever you divide a number, you're gonna get a different type of number. The result is correct, however, the type is different. We have two types. We have int, which stands for integer, and we have float, which other people call floating number. Floating point, can I even type? Oh my lord, number. All right, so we got these two. Obviously we get let's do something like that. All right, so we got int for integer and float for floating point number. Keep in mind there's another one called complex. We're not gonna touch that today because I just want to explain this to you. All right, so we get the 2 plus 2, which is 4, which is an integer. We have the 4 minus 2, which equals 2. That's an integer as well. 4 times 4 is 16, which is an integer as well. And 16 divided by 4, which is a floating point number, because everything that we use the divide operator is going to give us a floating point number. However, if we do 1 plus 3.0, we're going to get another floating point number, because every single time a floating point number or a float is involved in any kind of math operation, we're going to get as a result another floating point number, if that makes sense. So let's jump into the next one. If you do 16, then 2 divide, then you get an integer instead of a floating point number. So if you want to divide something and not get a floating point number, you can use 2 backward slashes or forward slashes, I'm sorry, and that will give you an integer instead of a floating point number. So we touch addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and we'll give you another way to divide numbers that can give you an integer instead of a floating point number. So for the last one, I want to give you a very good operator, which is modulus, and I'm gonna explain you right now how does this work. So we have, let's say we have 9, and we do use the modulus operator, which is percent symbol, and we do 2. So this is 1. All right, so you would be thinking like, how is that 1? How do we get that result? So the result of the modulus is gonna be, okay, so let's say we have 2 times 2 equals 4, right? So how this works, it's, let's say I'm gonna the program I'm gonna run is gonna do like, okay, so it's gonna be like 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8. So 8 is the closest number to 9. So then the program is gonna be like, all right, so it would be 2 times 4 equals 8, and then what the program is going to do is going to be like, all right, so 9 minus 8 equals 1. And that's it. That's how you get the modulus result. So you might think, how is this useful to me? But wait. So let's say you want to check for is this number even or is this number odd? So one way you can do that is, let's say, okay, so 10 is an even number, right? So if we do 10 modulus 2, then that means everything that's modulus 2 and equals 0, that means it's a even number. So anything that's modulus 2 and equals 1, That's an even number, if that makes sense. And we're gonna test it right now. So we run this and you get 0. I'm gonna try with 7 again, and then we run 2 and we run this and you get 1. Hopefully you get the idea of how this works. And if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments so I can provide you with that information. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful coding day.